think the most challenging is having the traumas that the kids have gone through, whether it's just being removed from the home or more severe trauma, and not knowing. I think is probably one of the most challenging things for us is the not knowing what's happened, so we don't know how to help. If that makes sense. So there's lots of mystery of what's happened before they came into our care. Some of it the kids just choose not to talk about, or some of them they just don't even know the words of what to say, what's happened, or even the understanding that what's happened hasn't been healthy for them. So then it's hard to understand and hard to know how best to help them and help them through that trauma.
Yeah, and a lot of it comes out just as those typical labels of ADHD or learning disability or something like that. So we're almost getting the wrong services of, well, they have ADHD, so they need medication, or they have this, so they need this. It's really just trauma. All of our kids have trauma. That's what it is, and it comes out in so many different ways. So we get a lot of the more typical troubled children, and they're really not. They're great kids that are, great kids that have had trauma.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely one of the joys is watching the kids kind of bloom, and as they work through their traumas and come out of their shells, and you truly see who they are as kids, and when they start playing and laughing as kids should, is definitely one of the joys of fostering for sure. I was gonna say, from our experience, the best thing to help me let a kid go back to their home is knowing what home they're going to. So me being able to build a relationship, us being able to build a relationship with that last mom that the girls went back to, I knew she was ready, not just the workers telling me, oh, she's ready for her to go home, or the judge saying. I was willing, and I could have stood up in court and said, she's ready to take her girls back, because I knew her, and I knew that she was ready to parent. I've watched her parent. I had that relationship. So it was easy to send them back because that's where they were supposed to be. And it truly is an act of God knowing that this is where they're supposed to be and giving me that peace with that, or not. So what else do you think? Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a hard one because, we get so attached, and that's what we're meant to do. As a foster parent, you need to be attached. And it's one of those, I have to look at it like, I'm giving a little of myself, but I'm an adult, right? I should be able to process this better than a 6-year-old could, better than the kid could that needs some sort of stability, needs some sort of connection. I can process that better than they can. So I'm going to take a little bit of that for them.
You can help the foster system in some way. Everybody can do something, whether it's getting involved in Care Portal or being a foster parent yourself. You don't have to be married. You don't have to own your house. You don't have to have everything in line perfectly. You don't have to have had kids. We don't have any of our own bio kids. All of our kids are foster kids. So you don't have to have everything perfect. The kids don't need everything perfect. They need you to open up your heart and open up your home to love them. And it can be simple as doing respite, because that's a huge help as us for foster parents that we need a break, is having good homes that are willing to just take kids for respite or emergency placements. So it can just be a commitment on a weekend. It doesn't have to be long-term commitments. You don't have to have be committed to kids for 5 years. It can be a weekend that you're willing to commit to help out some kids.